Hello, you are listening to the Eagles Podcast Network. This is the College Football Podcast. I'm Ethan Bass.
And I'm Chase Ruge.
Welcome back. This is our 20th episode. We are super proud. We never thought it would get this way. I'd like to thank a couple people. First, Coach Greco. He provides the equipment. He lets us use his room to record. Thank you for all your support throughout these 20 episodes and the future episodes. Second, our fans. We have been averaging 30 views per episode since we've been posting on YouTube. Thank you very much.
Yeah, big fans. And thank you for all Gator Bait Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Go.
All right. So we got an exciting episode for the 20th episode. We got the Astros. We got the XFL. And we got college basketball. So let's start with the Astros, right? All right, so starting with the Astros. So what exactly happened to the Astros scandal? Like, what's going on?
Starting in the 2017 World Series, the Houston Astros went from being one of the worst teams in baseball to the best team in baseball. Okay, so with my sources here, ESPN.com, Houston, they have been in a scandal where supposedly Jose Altuve hit a home run to send the team to the World Series, allegedly had something in his shirt. Jose said, "Do not open my shirt," when he ran the home plate.
But what was in his shirt?
What I believe, he's first off, he said a bad tattoo. And at the report after, he said his wife will get mad if he takes his shirt off again. Mm-hmm. I think that's false information. I think Jose Altuve had a buzzer to indicate what guy was saying in the press box that was saying, like, hey, he's gonna throw a slider. So if it's a slider, he's gonna buzz twice. Fastball, buzz once. Curve, third. You gotta know the pitcher, obviously.
Yeah. But
they know who was pitching. That's what I think he had, but in spring training the other day, Jose, he showed that he has a tattoo mark, a really bad tattoo on his chest, to a bunch of fans watching in the spring series. Mm-hmm. And he had all the time in the world to do that since 2017, to put a bad tattoo on, to try to save himself. But I think Houston should have all their trophies. They should not be World Series champions.
But why is this going on like right now instead of at the end of 2017? Like, how did they find out?
Investigation. I mean, people started getting it's been investigated for a long time, but people have reviewed it for the past few months. But we'll see how it turns out. But we won't really know without giving information.
Are people now hating on the Astros because I watched a couple?
I mean, why not? You see LeBron James.
Yeah.
He was on Twitter. He said he's a huge sports fan, but no one should be able to cheat like that. That is the worst way you could cheat. But if you really think about it, all teams cheat. Like, all franchises cheat. Yeah. It's just the ones that get caught.
Yeah, and you kind of saw the Patriots like a couple years ago, the flat ball, Brady, all of that.
Mm-hmm. Deflate.
Yeah.
Deflategate.
And now you're seeing the Astros, but yeah. All right, moving on to the XFL here. We have some power rankings here. The XFL started around 3 weeks ago. It's been fun seeing football back, right?
Yes, it's awesome. I am so excited to see how this league is going to turn out. The athletes are great. But to give you the XFL power rankings for week 3, let's start at the top with the DC Defenders, 2-0.
They're doing fantastic.
With a strong week 1 performance with a 27-0 blowout victory against the New York Guardians.
And
now you also got, I mean, I think they're the best team in football, but another team to keep a lookout for.
The Houston Renegades.
The Houston Roughnecks.
Yeah, seriously.
The Roughnecks just came
back and forth battle against St. Louis 28-24 there.
28-24. What a great series. PJ Walker.
3 touchdown passes. Like,
he continues to show improvement and trust in this game. And then you're going at the third spot. You got the St. Louis Battlehawks. Even though they had a tough time against the Houston Roughnecks, they still put up a great effort. I am very excited to see Jordan Tamru at quarterback for the rest of the season. He's a great quarterback. Even though he threw 2 interceptions, still had 3 touchdowns. I am very excited to see what they're going to do on the stretch.
Yeah, I'm also excited. Going a little off the Power Rankings. I've been very excited to see before the XFL season the rule changes. It's been cool to see that for a couple of weeks, and the amount of views that they've been getting. I saw an article by 247 that states that the XFL on one of their games had more TV watchings than an NHL game already. Like, that's just pretty incredible what they have done.
Yeah, they've done a great job. Definitely bring up the overall interest of football itself. They have done a great job. But
I honestly think that people are just excited to see football back again, even though it's been like 2 weeks.
And also you got the spring league coming around in spring. That's going to be awesome to watch. But at the 4th spot here, we got the Dallas Renegades.
Renegade.
Showed that he made his XFL debut with Bob Stoops, like they did at
Bob Stoops
at 09 at Oklahoma, but Nebraska was able to keep the deal. But they were still a good team. They did not have a great offense back then. I like Landry Jones. He threw for 305 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions in a victory over Los Angeles. But the run game helped them. I don't think Landry Jones is the right quarterback. He's got potential, but I didn't even like him at Oklahoma.
I think it's great that seeing Landry Jones reunite with Bob Stoops because he came from Oklahoma. I just think it's great just seeing a guy and doing really well in a new league. All right, now moving on to the 5th spot, we have the Seattle Dragons. They probably have one of the coolest logos, and I'm pretty sure everyone can agree with that. But they came back from a 9-0 deficit to beat Tampa Bay 17-9. What do you think about this team? It's kind of like an average team.
I mean, the first game I did not like what they saw. They just didn't look composed offensive line. But the second game they came back. You know, it's hard to come back from 9-0, and they rallied up to beat Tampa Bay. But we'll see what happens down the stretch. I don't think this is going to be a team. I think this might be the worst team in this league.
Really?
Coming down the later stretch, in my eyes.
Well. If you look at the Tampa Bay, I mean Tampa Bay or Los Angeles. I mean, they're pretty bad.
Yeah, I get it. Those are 2 games, but I think this offensive line is not ready. They have to redo the whole line. I feel like in this upcoming 2021 season.
All right, now coming in at our 6th spot, we have the New York Guardian. The reason why there's lots of Guardians in New York, like pictures and stuff, but. They're 1-1, like a lot of teams. Average.
Yeah, the only thing I want to say, they got shut out when their loss to DC Defenders. They absolutely destroyed.
Can't do that.
Yeah, you can't be doing that in the XFL. But 1-1, I don't see that much, but I want to see how Matt McGloin does. You know, he threw 2 interceptions last game.
It's just an average team.
Yeah.
All right, now moving on to LA, the 7th spot. I'm really liking what Josh Johnson did. Passed for 196 yards and a pair of touchdowns. I mean, pretty good.
Yeah. Even though they're 0-2, I like Nelson Spruce. He continues to be one of the best league's wide receivers. I love this kid's toughness. He had 6 catches for 89 yards and a pair of touchdowns. The Wildcats were, again, efficient on 3rd downs. 7 for 13, and didn't turn the ball over, which is very surprising with the high turnover rate in the XFL going on right now. But the team can't win. It just seemed like the Rams last year. They will play good. You get many total yards, but you just can't win a ball game.
But don't forget, it's only been 2 games, so any of these teams can completely
I feel
trash
like they'll turn it around.
Yeah. And now moving on to our 8th spot, the Tampa Bay Vipers, my personal team in the XFL. I just started rooting for them since my dad is from Tampa Bay.
They blew a 9-0 lead against Seattle.
Aaron Murray got injured.
I know. Aaron Murray got injured. Good quarterback coming out of Georgia. But they blew another 9-0 lead. Another 9-0 lead blown. If Aaron Murray wasn't injured, he went combined for 19 to 34, 472 yards. He did have 3 interceptions, though.
Not good.
That was not good. They also had former Florida State running back Jaquise Patrick. He had 73 yards rushing.
He sucks.
Yeah, and Marcellus Branch led the defense with 12 total tackles. They have what it takes to be a good team, but they're just not performing at their potential. That's basically what's happened to the bottom two teams of the XFL right now at 0-2. But I'm very excited. Everybody has a chance in this league.
Everyone. It's only been 2 games, and so even DC can be the worst team in the league, or Houston can be the worst team in the league at the end of the year. And in my opinion, if there even is a next season, which there probably will, they need to add a couple more teams. I know that getting players is a little hard, but I mean, there's only 8 teams, and like every team makes the playoffs, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited to see.
Yeah. All right. So the XFL is very fun, but also college basketball is also fun. What's going on in college?
Well, you just had game day at Michigan State. I mean, game day seems like they're always at Michigan State.
Yeah.
But I'm like what I'm seeing around the top 10. It's getting
San
very
Diego
interesting right
State is doing fantastic.
Yes.
Dayton and Duke.
They are still undefeated, San Diego State, in the top 25. And also, you got Creighton, an interesting team.
I mean, before we even looked at the rankings, I never even knew who they were. I mean, they're popping up.
Tyshawn Alexander made 4 3-pointers and finished with 22 points on Tuesday's victory. But I like Creighton. They are a team out of Nebraska. I got them as a dark horse team from Omaha, a little Catholic school.
Yeah, and Baylor's ranked number 2. Jared Butler finished with 22 points, and Gonzaga's at the number 1 spot.
Yeah, I'm very excited how it's going to turn out.
But of course, like the XFL, this could all change since basketball is a little flippy. There's lots of upsets in basketball, so everything could change.
What do you think? Who's your Final Four team right here? 4 teams.
4 teams? Well, I feel like that like every year we always have like a surprise team in the Final Four.
Right.
So and so that's kind of hard to say. So I'm gonna name 3 teams for you since it's that 4th spot. I'm always like, it's always gonna be a surprise team. So all right. So I got Gonzaga, Maryland, and I got Auburn.
I like that. Okay, with me here, I like Auburn. They are my 4th spot right now.
Yeah.
I don't like Maryland. Nebraska was me Maryland. They show inconsistencies, but when Maryland has in Jalen Smith at center, they are promised to win every game, but he's not going to be able to play every minute of the ball game. I think they're very beatable. I think they'll go to the Sweet 16. But right now, I got Auburn at the 4th spot. I actually have Oregon at the 3rd spot, Creighton at the 2nd spot, and by the way, Oregon and Creighton are at 14 and 15 right now. My number 1 spot is going to be Gonzaga. I think Baylor is going to drop out and not be the number 1 team. I feel like they're going to get upset early in the 32.
I mean, Gonzaga already has 26 wins.
I know.
It's pretty good.
I mean, it's amazing. They played a lot of games. But I think Gonzaga is really the number 1 team in the nation. Also, North Carolina. Bess, what do you have to say about North Carolina? I mean, they're 10 and 16.
Yeah. North Carolina is doing pretty bad right now. A lot of people expect them to go far heights, but they're doing terrible.
Also, and I don't. They just came off a buzzer beater loss on Notre Dame. That is very difficult, right there. But we'll see how it turns out.
All right, thank you for joining us in this episode of the podcast. I'm Ethan Bass.
And I'm Chase Rugi.
Thank you for 20 episodes. Lots of coming more. We'll see y'all later.